Good old Pizza Hut is looking to keep us on the edge of our seats, so to speak, with their latest promo just in time for summer. And let's just say what you're about to see in today's review is going to look a little familiar to some of you peeps out there. And of course I'm going to explain, so sit tight because up next I've got one of their all-new tavern-style pizzas, in this case the ultimate version. It's up next for you. As always, I'm Ian K, and you're about to peep this out. Welcome to Peep This Out Reviews with Ian K.
Stay frosty.
Well, it looks like what's old is new again over here at Pizza Hut, and this is still looking pretty dynamite for what it is, guys. Feast your eyes on what I've got here, one of their tavern-style pizzas, the ultimate version. Let me break this one on down for you fully before we get right into it. So you may be thinking to yourself, isn't that the Edge that they called this pizza a couple of years ago? Well, guys, it's pretty much the same thing as far as I'm concerned. Feast your eyes on what they're calling the tavern-style pizza. And in this case, I've got the ultimate variant on deck for you. Guys, what this is a crispy square-cut pizza that's topped with a cheesy garlic hut dusting, actually. And in this case, with the ultimate toppings, we've got sweet marinara sauce, Italian sausage, classic pepperoni, fire-roasted peppers, caramelized onions, and grape tomatoes. So very similar to what the Edge was a couple of years ago because it's still cut the same way. The tavern style is on deck for you here, and as you can see, it's looking pretty fantastic for what it is. A very thin type of crust as you're seeing on the screen here right now, and I gotta say, it's feeling very cracker-like, but very nice, and the aroma is pretty banging as well. So let's not waste any more time on this one. Let's get into it. It's the return of the Edge. Well, scratch that. The tavern style pizza here at Pizza Hut, the ultimate version. Let's peep out this flavor. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with a little rebrand as far as I'm concerned because, guys, like I said, this looks pretty awesome. The aroma is pretty awesome, and considering the Edge that I reviewed a couple of years back, as you're probably seeing on the screen here right now, I think I did 4 pizzas in one review with that particular one. This is very similar, but with some different toppings this time around as well. So let me put this on down here. We'll get into this. Let me pick up a little piece of it here, and as you're going to see, very, very nice for what I've got here, guys. The cracker-like crust that you're seeing on the bottom, very nicely baked as well, and of course with the toppings on top of that, a lovely situation. So let's give this a shot. It's the Edge, and I keep saying it's the Edge because it feels like it is the tavern style pizza. Okay, I gotta get that straight. The tavern style pizza here at Pizza Hut, the ultimate version. Let's peep this out. Whatever you call it, it's delicious. That's pretty good. I mean, it's tasty Pizza Hut goodness on its own, and considering outside of my regular reviews, I usually get the Supreme Pizza anyway. You're getting a lot of those similar type of ingredients on the top of a very thin, square-like crust, which is pretty nice. So the tavern style is definitely on deck for you, and as you can see, a lovely situation with that. Very nice indeed. Let's keep going in. Very nice. And I gotta say, for portion control, it's actually pretty nice as well, guys, because you can just have a few of these and not really feel too bad about it. It's actually less carby because there's not a lot of bread here, and as you can see, a lovely situation. And on top of that, you have a few other options on the menu that are completely brand new, as you're probably seeing on the screen here as well. So I will be back to try out some of those as well, guys. But I have to say, I did want to start off with the ultimate because I'm really a fan of the Supreme toppings anyway, and I dig that. So a lovely situation. I'm gonna keep showing it to you all throughout. Definitely digging the classic pepperonis with this, of course. And I gotta say again, with the Italian sausage goodness and all the other stuff on this, it's pretty nice. Let's keep going in. Very cracker-like, but tavern style. Not bad. All right, let's do another one here. Why not? And as you can see again, glistening in the sun. I'm really liking the overall distribution of the peppers and everything else on here. This is really made pretty nicely, and again, very, very thin. But considering how thin it is, this is a medium, by the way. You can also get a large version as well. Your prices may vary where you're at, but this is definitely not gonna fill you up with just 2 or 3 of these. You're gonna probably knock off a good chunk of this pie to feel like a regular pizza as far as I'm concerned. But let's just keep going in. I'm digging it, it's good. Good old Pizza Hut, keeping me at the edge of my seat with this one. I see you, Pizza Hut. Just rebrand it and call it something different. Either way, I'm definitely gonna check it out. It's pretty tasty. And you know, the more I'm getting into this, the more hungrier I am getting because the flavor is pretty nice. There's a very decent amount of cheese on this as well too, guys. So essentially very similar to the thin crust action. Basically all those toppings edge to edge, so to speak. That's why they were calling it that. I don't know why they didn't just call that name and just, you know, call it a day, so to speak. But hey, it is what it is. It really is a tavern style pizza. So I guess they're going just with the actual definition of it, and that's cool. So let's go for a few more bites. Very nice. Maybe a little bit of cheesy goodness coming extra with that hot dusting. It's like a cheesy garlic type of thing. Really, really nice. So, not bad. And again, very tasty for what it is, guys. Very tasty. I wish there was just a little bit more sausage in this particular one, but what's here is fairly plentiful, I guess, for each piece there. But naturally, it's kind of all spread out, but at the same time, still pretty tasty. So let's go for one more quick bite. We'll wrap the review with the rating coming up next. But if you've had the Edge from a few years ago, you know what to expect with this one. Naturally, some of the other promo flavors may be a better way to go. And of course, we'll check out some of those as time goes by. Let's go for one more bite and we'll wrap this one up. Hang on. Well, it's a little bit more expensive this time around, but what you're getting is still a pretty plentiful type of situation when it comes to the quantity on the top, guys. A very lovely situation, and I think this bodes well for the other flavors that you'll see on the channel here eventually. Very nice combination of what the Edge really was back then, but now it's called Tavern Style officially. So I dig it, and I think you'll dig it as well. Definitely something to check out. Pretty tasty. So yeah, like I said, what's old is new again, and while this is going to seem very familiar to you peeps from back in the day that may have had the Edge pizza, what you're going to get this time out, at least with this particular version of it there, is all the same goodness in a much thinner package because of the thin crust. I think with the other promo flavors, it'll be a little bit more of an advantage that way, and I can't wait to check some of those out. But for this variation of it, for the ultimate version of the Tavern Style Pizza, aka Edge 2.0, I'm going to have to give it just an okay 8 out of 10. Like I said, it's a rebranded version of what was, but at the same time as well, you're getting some tasty Pizza Hut goodness, and depending upon your version of choice, naturally, that's going to be their main differentiating factor with it. Flavor-wise, for the Ultimate is banging because they're supreme toppings, and I gotta say, I'm digging it overall. It is worth going in on that particular one. Still very tasty for what it is. Alright, so do me a quick favor like always, drop those comments down below. First and foremost, does this really look like the Edge from a couple of years ago to you? I mean, is it just simply a rebranded version of that being called the Tavern Style Pizza? What do you guys think about that? And if you did give this particular one a shot, how much did you pay for it? I'm very curious to know. Drop those comments down below and definitely let me know. And with that, this is Ian K closing out another high quality foodie feature for you here on Peep This Out Reviews, bringing you brand new content every single week here on my channel. So why stay tuned for that next review coming real soon. In the meantime, stay frosty. Hey guys, I'd like to take a quick moment to thank all of our YouTube channel members and Patreon supporters. Guys, thank you so very much for your monthly contribution to the channel. It's because of your direct support that the channel continues to grow, and you really do help me to keep delivering the content that you want to see. I couldn't do it without you, and I seriously appreciate the love and support. Thanks again for all you do and for being such a big part of our positive community here on the platform. Hey, thanks for checking out this review, guys. But just in case you didn't see the one I did before this one, you can find it right up over here, along with what I think YouTube's going to recommend for you to check out as well. As always, I think you'll find something to like in both of them, and I'll definitely catch you in the next one. See ya.